Hey, what's up, brothers? This is your boy, The Kind, coming at you with his first ever Apex Legends guide. Now, I'm a controller PC player, but this goes for console players and controller PC players alike. And this guide is going to go a little bit in depth on advanced movement techniques that you can use in-game in Apex Legends to improve your play. It is something that's been heavily requested on my live streams, which, by the way, I stream every day on Twitch at 7 a.m. Central Time. Tune in if you would like to see all of this live. But anyway, as I was saying, this is something that it has been heavily requested and something I felt like I really needed to do because I feel like I can help players, at least on controller, get better with their movement and get as close to PC mouse and keyboard movement as possible. Alright, we're going to start off with the basic mechanic of sliding, which is holding crouch or toggling crouch when you are moving down a hill. This is a basic mechanic in Apex Legends if you ever played or watched, etc. But it's very useful for getting out of a situation or moving to where you want to go quickly. This is exactly what it looks like, right? You guys have probably seen it, done it before. But one thing that you can do with it is that when you're sliding, you can also jump and then reslide to help change your hitbox and also continue that momentum. So if you're sliding down to an enemy while you're getting shot, or you're sliding down to try to get to cover or something, jumping while sliding is a good way to prevent yourself from getting shot and try to dodge some bullets and messing up the enemy's aim. It's something I feel like that isn't used nearly as much as it could be, but it's something that's really cool to point out, even though this is overall a very basic mechanic. Alright, another basic mechanic that I feel like is worth mentioning that sometimes gets overlooked and isn't executed as much as it should be to the fullest, especially with controller players, is running with your hands out. And to do this, instead of running with your gun out, you're gonna hold Y, which is your weapon switch. That's what it is for Xbox, as you can see here on the gamepad viewer. But it allows you to run and move quicker than if you have your gun out. Now, it's completely understandable to have your gun out if you're anticipating a fight or you're in a fight situation, but in general, if you can, you want to run with your hands out as much as possible. Even though everyone knows and understands that you do move faster, it's failed to be used as efficiently or as much as possible. So bunny hopping is when you're maintaining momentum while hopping, and every time you're hitting the ground, you're jumping, allowing you to kind of make a bunny hop sort of animation. This, as I said before, makes your hitbox very hard to track while also allowing you to maintain momentum and move to where you want to go. So there's two ways of bunny hopping. The way I do it is similar to how you would do it on mouse and key, where jump is bound to scroll wheel usually, and I'm just spamming jump while holding crouch to allow myself to bunny hop. The other way of doing it is timing every jump and also every crouch sometimes. An example of this and an explanation of how to do this is on Calamity's YouTube channel, which I will link in the description. He is also an insanely good controller player with insane movement as well, who also made a movement tutorial guide. Another advanced movement technique that I want to talk about is wall jumping. Wall jumping is something that's very useful in game, especially at the higher level of Apex Legends, as it allows you to maintain momentum and move quickly while also making sure your hitbox isn't as trackable. The way I wall bounce, you guys can see from the button inputs on the gamepad viewer here, is I am running and sprinting at a wall, slide jumping, looking at the wall, and then jumping off. One thing to point out that's very important is when you are facing the wall, make sure that your left stick isn't doing anything. Furthermore, you can, after wall bouncing off the wall, you can actually change direction to wherever you want to. You can go forward at any degree angle while moving in the same direction that you're running, or even to use it to vault over a wall. So here, as an example, we're going to slide jump, face the wall, and jump. One thing I like to do when wall bouncing in general is I also spam A when I hit the wall while making sure my left stick isn't being touched at all. The reason why I spam A is that sometimes in some situations you'll get a situation where you might just be able to hang onto the wall or just stay on the wall or even jump over, and this allows you to just completely bounce off. Here are some examples of this in practice. Alright, another cool technique that I find very useful is animation canceling. This is essentially when you reset the momentum of you falling to make sure that when you hit the ground you don't get stunned. To do this, what you're going to do is when you're jumping off someplace high, you're going to melee or grab on and try to climb something as you're falling down. So an example of this is if I'm going to slide jump off here and I'm going to try to hit the ground, normally I would just get stunned. And then I'm slowed and I can't move. As we can see here, I'm going to melee before I hit the ground, which allows me to not get stunned or slowed because it resets that falling momentum. Another advanced movement technique that you can do while going up a zip line is zipline strafing and moving, and this essentially allows you to move across your opponent's screen while trying to get up a zip line. You've definitely seen a lot of pro players do it, and a lot of really good Apex players do it as well. To do this on controller, the way I do it is I hold the interact button, I jump off, do a 90-degree or 180-degree turn to look back at the zip line, and then re-grab and do the same thing over and over again. As you can see with the gamepad viewer, you can see my inputs as I'm doing this. Another way of doing this as well that I won't show right now is you can, instead of holding the interact, you actually just press the interact to regrab every single time. Another tip is to practice this to get really good at it and get consistent with it is actually looking up helps a bit and making sure that you're always looking at the zipline and maintaining being centered. Here is an example of using this technique to reposition after getting shot in the back. Mahalos everyone for watching my first ever Apex Legends movement guide. I would absolutely love to do a part 2, so don't forget to like the video and comment something you would like to see in the next one. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow me on my socials for updates. Furthermore, I will be posting 3 times a week on my YouTube channel now, mainly going to be gameplay highlights from my live streams, which again start at 7 AM Central Time every single day. All these links will be in the description, but anyway, thank you guys for watching, shoots, take care, and see you in the next one.